You sit down to study, your textbook is open, your notes are ready, you have coffee, you have silence, you have everything you need to succeed. But your mind is a battlefield. 10 minutes ago, you were scrolling Instagram. 5 minutes ago, you were replaying an argument from last week. Right now, you are thinking about what to eat for dinner, whether you locked the door, if someone replied to your text, and 1,000 other things that have nothing to do with the information in front of you. You read the same paragraph 4 times. Nothing sticks. You highlight sentences you will never remember. You flip pages without understanding a single word. Hours pass. You learn nothing. And the guilt crushes you. But what if I told you that the problem is not your intelligence? It is not your focus. It is not even your discipline. The problem is that you are trying to pour water into a cup that is already full. And there is an ancient Japanese technique that can empty that cup in less than 5 minutes. A technique so powerful that students who use it retain twice as much information in half the time. A technique that masters of Zen meditation have used for centuries to achieve perfect mental clarity. And today you are going to learn it. This is the story of 2 students. One discovered this secret, the other did not. And the difference in their lives will shock you. Chapter 1. The 2 students meet Alex, 22 years old, engineering major, final exams in 3 weeks. Alex studies every single day, 6 hours, 7 hours, sometimes 8. Alex drinks coffee like it is water. Alex makes flashcards. Alex watches YouTube summaries. Alex does everything right, except Alex remembers almost nothing. Alex sits at the desk, opens the textbook, and immediately the thoughts begin. Did I turn off the stove? Why did Sarah give me that look in class? I should have said something different. I need to text Mom back. What if I fail this exam? What if I fail this semester? What if I never graduate? What if I am not smart enough? Alex reads. But Alex is not reading. Alex is fighting a war inside their own head, and the war is louder than the textbook. By the end of the day, Alex is exhausted, burned out. And the information? It slips through the mind like sand through fingers. Now meet Jordan. Same age, same major, same exams. But Jordan has a secret. Jordan studies 3 hours a day, just 3. And yet, Jordan remembers everything. Jordan walks into exams calm, confident, clear. While Alex panics and forgets, Jordan recalls complex formulas like breathing. While Alex stays up all night cramming, Jordan sleeps 8 hours and wakes up refreshed. What does Jordan know that Alex does not? Jordan discovered a Japanese technique called Seishin Toitsu. It translates to unification of mind and body, and it changes everything. Before Jordan opens a single book, before Jordan writes a single note, Jordan spends 5 minutes clearing the mental clutter, 5 minutes emptying the cup, 5 minutes creating space for new knowledge to enter. And in those 5 minutes, Jordan does something that most people never do in their entire lives. Jordan becomes present, not thinking about yesterday, not worrying about tomorrow, not distracted by 1,000 irrelevant thoughts. Just here, just now, just ready. And that makes all the difference. Chapter 2. The Science of a Cluttered Mind. Let me explain why this matters. Your brain has something called working memory. Think of it like the RAM in your computer. It is the space where your brain processes new information, where it makes connections, where it learns. But here's the problem. If that space is already occupied by worries, regrets, distractions, and mental noise, there is no room left for what you are trying to learn. You are trying to download a file onto a hard drive that is already full. It will not work. It cannot work. Neuroscience confirms this. Studies show that students who begin studying while mentally distracted retain only 30% of what they read. 30%. That means 70% of your effort is wasted. You are working hard, but your mind is working against you. This is why Alex fails. Not because Alex is lazy, not because Alex is stupid, but because Alex is trying to study with a mind that is already full. And no amount of willpower can overcome that. Jordan, on the other hand, understands something profound. Before you can fill the mind, you must first empty it. Before you can absorb knowledge, you must first create space. Before you can learn, you must first let go. And that is exactly what Seishin Toitsu does. Chapter 3. The Japanese Technique, Seishin Toitsu. Seishin Toitsu comes from the martial art of Aikido, developed by Master Koichi Tohei. But it is not just for martial artists. It is for anyone who wants to master their own mind, anyone who wants to think clearly, learn deeply, perform under pressure. The technique is simple, but simple does not mean easy. It requires practice, it requires intention, and it requires you to do something that most people never do. Stop. Here's how Jordan uses it before every study session. Step 1. Posture and breath. Jordan sits upright, not tense, not slouched, balanced, feet flat on the ground, hands resting gently on the knees, eyes closed. And then Jordan breathes, not shallow breaths, not anxious breaths, deep, slow, deliberate breaths. In through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, out through the mouth for 6 counts. This is not just relaxation. This is physiological reset. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It lowers cortisol. It calms the amygdala. It tells the brain, you are safe, you are in control, you can focus. Alex never does this. Alex goes straight from scrolling TikTok to studying thermodynamics. The brain never has a chance to switch modes. The nervous system stays in fight or flight. And learning? Learning becomes impossible. Step 2. Mental observation without attachment. This is the hardest part, and this is where most people fail. Jordan does not try to stop thinking. That is impossible. Instead, Jordan observes the thoughts, watches them come, watches them go, like clouds passing through the sky. I am thinking about dinner. Okay, that thought is there. Now it is gone. I am thinking about tomorrow's meeting. Okay, that thought is there. Now it is gone. No judgment, no resistance, no frustration, just observation. In Zen philosophy, this is called mushin, or no mind. It does not mean having no thoughts. It means not being controlled by them. It means creating distance between you and your mental noise. And in that distance, clarity emerges. Alex fights the thoughts. Stop thinking about this. Focus. Why cannot I focus? And the more Alex fights, the louder the thoughts become. It is like trying to calm water by slapping it. It only makes more waves. Jordan does not fight. Jordan watches, and slowly the thoughts quiet down. The mental clutter begins to fade. The cup begins to empty. Step 3. Intention setting. After 3 minutes of breath and observation, Jordan does something powerful. Jordan sets an intention. Not a goal, not a plan, an intention. For the next hour, I am fully present. I am here to learn. My mind is clear. My focus is sharp. I absorb what I study. I understand what I read. I am ready. Jordan says this silently, with conviction, with belief, and the subconscious mind listens. It prepares. It aligns. It commits. Alex never does this. Alex just opens the book and hopes for the best. And hope is not a strategy. Chapter 4. The Results. 3 weeks later, exam day arrives. Alex walks into the exam room with a knot in the stomach, heart racing, palms sweating, mind blank. All those hours of studying feel like they never happened. The information is buried somewhere deep in the brain, but Alex cannot access it. Panic takes over. Alex guesses. Alex struggles. Alex leaves the exam feeling defeated. Jordan walks into the same exam room, calm, centered, clear. The information flows effortlessly. Complex equations appear in the mind like they were always there. Essay questions write themselves. Jordan finishes early, checks the answers, feels confident, not because Jordan is smarter, but because Jordan prepared the mind before preparing the material. And here is the most powerful part. This does not just apply to exams. This applies to everything. Want to learn a new language? Clear the mind first. Want to master a skill? Clear the mind first. Want to solve a problem? Clear the mind first. Want to make a decision? Clear the mind first. A cluttered mind creates cluttered results. A clear mind creates clarity in everything. Chapter 5. Your 5-minute ritual. So how do you do this? How do you apply Seishin Toitsu to your own life? Here is your 5-minute ritual. Use it before every study session, every important task, every moment that requires focus. Minute 1. Settle your body, sit upright, feet flat, hands resting. Close your eyes, feel your body in the chair, feel the ground beneath you. Ground yourself in the present moment. Minute 2 and 3. Breathe and observe. Breathe deeply. 4 counts in. 4 counts hold. 6 counts out. As you breathe, observe your thoughts. Do not fight them. Do not judge them. Just watch them pass. Like watching cars drive by on a highway. They come, they go, you remain. Minute 4. Release the clutter. Imagine every worry, every distraction, every mental burden as a physical object. And with each exhale, release it, let it go. One by one, empty the cup. Make space for what matters. Minute 5. Set your intention. With clarity in your mind, state your intention. I am present. I am focused. I am ready to learn. Say it with conviction. Say it with belief. And then open your eyes, open your book, and begin. That is it, 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes will change everything. Alex never learned this. Alex kept studying harder, longer, more desperately, and Alex kept getting the same results. Burnout, frustration, mediocrity. Jordan learned this. And Jordan did not just pass exams. Jordan transformed, became someone who could focus on command, someone who could learn anything, someone who could perform under pressure, someone who understood that success is not about working harder, it is about thinking clearer. And now you have the same choice. You can keep studying with a cluttered mind, wondering why nothing sticks, why you forget everything, why you feel exhausted after every session. Or you can take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, to clear the mental noise, to empty the cup, to prepare your mind for greatness. The technique is ancient. The science is modern. The results are undeniable. Seishin Toitsu, unification of mind and body. Before you learn anything else, learn this. If this video changed the way you think about studying, about focus, about mental clarity, then do 2 things. First, subscribe to Zen Mindset. We are building a community of people who refuse to live distracted, cluttered, mediocre lives. People who choose clarity. People who choose presence. People who choose mastery. And second, try this. Tomorrow morning, before you study, before you work, before you do anything important, sit, breathe, observe, release, intend. 5 minutes, that is all. And watch what happens. Because the greatest lessons are not found in textbooks. They are found in the space between your thoughts. And in that space, you will discover something powerful. You. Welcome to Zen Mindset. Stay clear, stay present, Stay unstoppable.